an agenda on Facebook Live, coming to you from Meadow Mill in Hamden. Tell us about your weekend plans in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #JMoreWeekend. I'm Amanda. As you can see, Simone is not here with us today. I have a special co-host. This is my special guest, relationship expert Tammy Tilson of the MatchPro. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Amanda.
Welcome, and thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us just right off the bat a little bit about what you do and what your specialty is and who you are.
Sure. I am the founder of the MatchPro, and it's an upscale boutique matchmaking service, like old-fashioned matchmaking. We're trying to get away from the online dating where there's definitely people who are frustrated or discouraged, and we are very personalized in vetting each of our clients. We meet them face to face. We learn about their dating preferences, their goals, their relationship history. We also do criminal and credit background checks. And since I am a psychotherapist in private practice, I also do dating coaching to process the dates with each of our clients and get feedback about what they do.
Okay. I love everything you just said.
Yes.
I want to let the people know we're going to do a little bit different thing than what we usually do here because Tammy is here with us. So I'm going to be her guinea pig. We're going to see what she can do for me. But if you guys are watching and you have relationship questions for Tammy, please just send them in and we'll try to get to them. And so you're doing the background checks on the people you would match me with, but do you background check me as well?
I don't. If you are what I call a resource person, which means I'm not actively looking for you, but you are in our database, we haven't done a thorough criminal credit background check, but we've met with you. We've done some light checking. Usually it's through somebody I know, a referral.
Okay.
But no, we do not do as thorough.
Oh, shoot.
We can.
Then I'm safe.
You're safe. I'm not that worried about you.
Sorry, guys. But okay, so I love that you're saying you're taking it back to old school matchmaking. That's very steeped in Jewish traditions.
Yes, it is.
And so
yes,
that's interesting.
That's what happened prior to the internet, right?
Right.
Or when our parents were
the
younger.
boobies did it.
Right? Moms on the street would set up their kids, or it was done through a matchmaker. So we're trying to get back to the roots.
All right. Well, so I personally, I'm just going to put this all out there, and you can just go after me.
Please do.
I have no qualms and no filters.
Okay.
Bless you, Glenn. So, not to microphone over. So, I have been single for a while now, several years.
How long?
Well, I've been divorced for 12, but
Okay.
I had a serious relationship somewhere in the middle there.
Okay.
So maybe like 5 years of good, solid single. Maybe. Okay. I tried every single online dating thing there is, all of it. And I finally just couldn't take it anymore. So I got off of all of that. So I'm trying not to be a bitter person.
Right.
I'm trying not to be giving up. But what can you say to me that would get me willing to try anything else?
Well, I think obviously if online dating wasn't working for you or you are having bad experiences, obviously try a different strategy. So one can be matchmaking. And the good thing about the MatchPro is that people who sign up with us are invested. They're looking for committed, healthy relationships. So they're not looking for a one-night stand or a hookup. And we only set one person up with another person at a time. So you don't have to go home at night after the date and worry that they're talking to somebody else.
Right.
But I try to instill hope and bring you quality people. That this is not just people looking at you for 1 second and making a quick decision. You're not being compared to thousands of people. We're more about quality versus quantity, and we're about getting people who are really interested in getting into committed, loving relationships.
Right, which is nice. They're invested.
So we can't guarantee anything. We can't guarantee chemistry, but we know that we're bringing people who also want committed, loving relationships.
So in some,
and they are who they say they are.
Right. That's always nice because most people are lying.
And when we do the criminal credit background checks, people can't lie about their age. We see what they look like face to face. They can't lie about the height and the weight. We see that. So I think online dating works for some people. I think it can be a really good tool for some, but for a lot of people, it can be very daunting, overwhelming, frustrating, discouraging.
It's awful. I found it to be awful.
So, and it's hard. And I hear it all the time from a lot of people about how difficult they find it.
So, in essence, in some ways, you kind of get what you pay for?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think there's, it gives you access to people. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just think there's limitations. I think people don't really obviously know you. It's not anyone's fault. It's just a byproduct of online dating that you're looking at a one-dimensional image and you have to make a quick second decision as to whether you want to message that person based on an image that you don't really know.
It's window shopping.
Right,
and
exactly.
if you don't fit their exact parameters, they're not going to click on you.
Exactly.
Which is frustrating because I'm a little bit different. I'm quirky. I have I think I don't register as like someone's ideal.
Well, you can. I think you're very cute.
I think
cute. I think there's like, as we say, there's a lid for every pie, and we think it's just finding somebody that's a good match for you.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting because my husband.
Yes. By the way, congratulations. You just got married.
He actually first contacted me on JDate.
Really?
I don't remember his profile. I don't remember. I know he said I never responded. Nevertheless, we happened to be set up through friends.
Really?
A couple months later, and he let me know that he emailed me and I messaged me and I never responded. But that's just an example of, wow, I could have almost missed this amazing person just because I probably wasn't that impressed with his profile.
Yeah.
Even though he's awesome.
Great.
So, people's profiles aren't always the best either. The way they don't necessarily put time in, or they don't have great pictures. So.
And I'm kind of like a bit of a grammar snob. So whenever I was looking at profiles and someone couldn't manage to write a sentence or they couldn't spell check, I skipped right over them. I have zero interest in you if you can't write a full sentence.
Right. And you see a lot of that.
Oh, I know.
A lot of
like
that.
Super slappy or text speak. Somebody just told me I'm very cute, but I don't know who it was. But thank you, somebody.
Oh, we're already getting positive response.
No, it was somebody
I'm giving
here.
positive
it was
energy.
Somebody here.
Oh, okay.
But thank you.
Yeah. So, Amanda, what are you looking for in a partner?
Okay, I'm going to answer that really fast before I do. I just want to interrupt and say you're watching Jay Moore's Weekend Agenda on Facebook Live. Tell us what you're doing this weekend in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #JayMooreWeekend. If you have a relationship question, ask our special guest matchmaker Tammy Tilson. We're going to just do a whole different show today. We're talking about me and my needs. It's all about me today because Tammy's here, so I want to take advantage of that. So we're not going to tell you all the best events to do this weekend. There's lots of good stuff, lots of Valentine's stuff, and you can look at our events calendar at jaymooreliving.com/events to find those things. But instead of doing that, we're going to do this. So what am I looking for?
Back to you. First of all, are you looking for a committed relationship?
I would very much enjoy being in a yes, I would like a committed relationship.
How old are you, may I ask?
I'm in my 40s.
You look really young.
Thank you.
See, I thought you were a lot
that
younger,
could be a
which is
problem.
awesome.
I think that could be a problem because if someone is age appropriate for me, either maybe they're looking for someone super young and they know that I'm not, or maybe they're looking for someone their age but they don't think I am.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, either way, I think you definitely look a lot younger than your age.
Okay, so I guess that's a good thing.
Which
I have this youthful glow.
I think you have great skin.
I think I'm immature.
You have great skin. No, you do, and you have a lovely smile. So, what kind of person are you looking for?
Intelligent.
Okay,
that's my number one.
Okay, does that mean educated?
Yeah.
Or just, okay.
I mean, you don't have to have a standard education. You don't have to have sometimes college isn't right for somebody. I get that. But you still have to be, sort of well read or at least enjoy reading a book.
Okay.
Read a book once in a while.
You're not looking for someone necessarily with a college degree or postgraduate.
I'm postgrad, but I understand that a lot of people didn't have that opportunity in life.
Right.
And I get that. I mean, I was married to someone who didn't go to college, and he was a genius. He was brilliant, but that didn't work for him.
Okay.
I mean, and also that didn't work out.
Didn't work for you either.
Yeah.
Yes. That's okay. We move on.
Yeah. And then there's, people need to be confident, because some people don't, like, they don't do well with someone who's more educated than them in the standard traditional way. So you have to be confident and be a man. Be a man about
it. Be able to hold your own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No pushovers, please.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're looking for intelligence. What else is important to you?
Just respectful and honest and good. I like real men.
like a real good intrinsic qualities.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
just
important.
a human being. Be a human being.
I agree. A good
There's
person.
so few of them.
I see, but I disagree. I
know.
Honestly,
I'm a little
know a lot
cynical.
of people get jaded, but I really see it day in and day out that there really are a lot of good people out there looking for the same thing. I think most of us deep down who are older than 25, 30 are looking for committed, loving relationships. I think it's a human need to want to be with somebody.
Right. And I think, I mean, I feel like that sounds horrible, but I feel like I'm at my best when I'm in like a committed, trusting, equal situation. I think, well, go ahead, keep talking.
So you're looking for those inner qualities. Do you care about the physical, the outer shell?
I mean, I have this funny thing that everyone makes fun of me about, that I tend to go for the lumberjack type, which you don't get a lot of in Baltimore. I like a good manly, burly. Yeah, I like those. I like the feel safe, physical, like a thing, like a physical being in the room, a presence.
Like a bigger guy,
yeah.
a bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I got the image. No, that's helpful.
Nick Offerman is awesome.
Because the more you can describe what you're looking for, the more I get it.
Right.
That image, and we're on the same page.
Right.
So, do you have any deal breakers?
Oof. Yeah, probably I have lots, but I also don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking.
Okay.
And I also don't want to sound like, I mean, where am I in life that I can be so choosy? Like, honestly.
Well, I think it's a balancing act between being selective and being open-minded. I think we all should have some standards or preferences. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're human beings.
Right.
And we're all different.
I want you to be like a finished product. I don't want a project. I don't want.
No, that would not be healthy.
No. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying
Yeah. Some
so.
people marry people thinking I'm going to fix them.
I don't want to fix anyone.
Make them better.
No.
Not at this stage.
And
that's not healthy.
I think that I have a tendency to like be maybe harsh, or I'm super opinionated, and I just sort of say things. So someone who like can just sort of shut me down and like be like
put you in your place,
because otherwise I'll just get away with stuff. And and then I'll just keep going.
Right. You'll be a bulldozer,
right?
And just
and I don't want to. I don't want that. I don't like being that person.
Well, that's
and I don't want to feel that way.
There should be some level of power that's kind of equal. Not perfectly equal, but you have to know that there's certain boundaries, and this person's not going to put up with this kind of behavior, and they're going to put you in your place. We all need that, right?
Right.
We don't want a marshmallow.
Yeah. So let me say something. So I read the Q&A we did that Simone did with you.
Okay.
And one thing that stuck out to me was you were talking about like people need to just continue to go do the things they enjoy doing, and something maybe will happen organically, or you have friends who know friends. Okay, well, nobody in my life has ever set me up with anyone. That's never happened.
Have you asked?
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Okay.
I am like, hello.
Okay.
I also have no siblings.
But now you've met me. Okay.
I have no siblings, so that's never been like a thing. I didn't have friends of siblings, there's none of that. But the other thing is I like really strange activities. Like I like to do, what I love about Baltimore is how quirky it is and artsy and just kind of different, right?
Right.
So like I go to these events that I enjoy doing, and I don't mind going places by myself. I do it all the time.
Right.
First of all, I love movies, so I always go to movies by myself. But you're not gonna meet someone at the movies. I go out to eat by myself. I do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But like the kind of events that I'm into, the people there are not the kind of people I want to I would date. Like, they're, you know.
Well, then maybe you
I
need
may
to
be
think
nerdy.
about where the type of person you're looking for. Where do they hang out? Like these lumberjack kind of guys. Are they camping?
lumberjack
You know what I mean? Like, are they at Home Depot getting their
Just go hang
supplies? Well, you know, so
I think Home Depot should open a bar for sure.
Oh,
Right?
good
Don't you think?
idea. I
They
love
could have
that.
like Pabst Blue Ribbon
I love
specials or
that.
something. I
I
would
love
totally
that.
go drinking at Home Depot.
Go for it. I think we could start another business. But I think of it as a multi-pronged approach when you're looking for somebody. You want to diversify. So going and enjoying the activities that you typically enjoy is one avenue, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe going to things that you don't typically enjoy, just in creating more opportunity to meet that special someone, right?
Right.
Then you could go to a matchmaker. You could go to online dating. You can ask friends. You know, so it's. I think obviously nobody's going to find it sitting home. You have to get outside.
And I try.
get
I make
involved,
myself go out.
do
I
things,
do that.
You know, and I think, you know, when you feel fulfilled and you do things that make you happy, and you feel confident, I believe things fall into place.
Right.
That
And
you will meet
I
that
hear that all
person.
the time. Like when I'm at my best, when I'm being my best, it'll just like people will see that. It'll be a sort of a glow, and that's when you meet people.
Mm-hmm.
And I did get to a place where I was super, super frustrated, and that's when I got off like all the online stuff because it was just so bad. It was one horrific date. I could we could tell stories all day
Yeah.
long,
We all
and
have
it
good
could be its own
stories.
show. We
We
could
all
have a
ha-
whole
yes.
show of just
I
really
think we
bad
should.
dates.
We
should.
all have really
we should
good-
do that.
good
But that's
stories.
not for right now.
I know.
But
Well, what about
and then I think
singles
I
of-
was probably really negative,
Oh,
right?
really?
At that time.
Okay.
But here's the other thing. At this age that I'm at, I feel like a lot of people have either they've decided what they're doing. Like they either have decided that they're in a relationship and they're solid in that, or they don't want one because they got to this point and they're like,
I disagree.
okay, well that's good. You're
I
the professional,
disagree.
so
I
you
think
would know.
people may say they don't want it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some that don't. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's healthy just to, be by yourself. If you're healing from a previous relationship, is just kind of getting yourself together. But I think generally most people want to find somebody. Again, I think that's a defense mechanism when someone says, I don't
Yeah.
need anyone or I don't want anyone. I think people have their guards up. People have
And
been
we've
hurt.
all been through a lot of baggage,
Exactly.
especially at this age. You're gonna have the baggage.
Exactly.
All right, so we're not going to solve all of my problems here today. We should probably wrap this up because we're running a little long. But I think we are gonna keep talking, and I think
Right.
we're gonna tell these people how that goes, and eventually, if something happens, I would
Oh.
love if you came back on the show and we did an update.
Absolutely.
So that would be pretty cool. I'm just putting it out there to you that yes, I am very open, and I want to
So
see
to
what
all
happens.
our viewers and listeners, if you have any
Who are mostly just
great
women.
single guys, I'd say about 40
Share.
to 53.
Why aren't you sharing?
Please call the MatchPro, and I will get them in touch with Amanda.
There you go.
Because Amanda's awesome. What a
Tammy.
personality.
I have a lot of
Yes.
personality.
Yes.
That's what my little line
You're
should
fun,
say.
I can tell. And one thing I normally get into,
Yeah.
but we don't have time today,
Right.
is I would get more into your relationship history. And
Yeah, it's
maybe
ugly.
why things didn't work out. But
And
that's a
I
whole
did
nother
read in your
segment.
Q&A that you said, try not to do the habit where you go for the same person.
Right.
I'm not always going for that critical person. I'm not always going for the bully. I'm not always going for the bad boy. I have a good mix, but they've all been So
Okay.
anyway, but we'll get into that. So do you have, right before we go, like fast, do you have any last bits of advice or words of wisdom for the single out there?
I think you have to work on yourself, get yourself in the best shape physically, emotionally, stay positive, and have a plan. Just like you finding a job, you have a plan. Is set goals for yourself as to what am I going to do this week to put myself out there to increase my opportunity to hopefully meet somebody. So really be intentional and purposeful in looking and come up with specific goals each week as to what can I do to meet that special someone. I believe we create it. Yes, you could meet them at the food store. That can happen. But I believe I'm a little more practical that you have to make it happen.
Right.
And you
Work
have
on
to
it.
set the seeds, plant the seeds, and something will grow. But you got to plant a lot of seeds. And I know
Yeah.
it's discouraging.
It's like a numbers game.
I know it's discouraging, but you got to keep picking yourself up, believing in who you are, knowing you're awesome, knowing you have a lot to offer, and whoever gets you is lucky.
I love your attitude.
So
that's fun.
That's how it's got to be.
Okay, we're going. You've been watching JMore's Weekend Agenda. Join us here Fridays at 12:30 for more weekend plans, and follow us at #JMoreWeekend. Please tune in next week when JMore's photographer Vince Lupo joins us to discuss great men's gift ideas for the season of love. Thanks to Tammy for trying to patch up my abysmal love life. If you want Tammy's help, go to thematchpro.com. Have a great weekend, and then you find your best shirt.
Thanks, Amanda.
Bye.
And I'm going to find you your special someone. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.